Hello. We are live. Thank you for being here. I'm really excited to run this session. Now, this is a session that I have been running for since 2020. I think I started running the session called Master Your Marketing. And the reason that I started running this session and teaching these 3 steps is because there is so much confusion out there around how to actually run a business and not run a business, to market your business, to sell products online. And it doesn't have to be that hard. So for those of you who haven't met me yet, my name's Annelise. I will introduce myself a little bit more in my presentation, but the crux of it is I've run a marketing agency for over 6 years. I've worked with women to DIY their own marketing for over 5 years now. And in that time, I've worked with a lot of different women in a lot of different industries, a lot of different businesses. So all that to say, this is not coming from someone who hasn't done this. This is not coming from someone who hasn't been in the trenches with lots of different women. This applies no matter where you are in business. This applies no matter what type of business that you have. Now, my area of specialty is service-based businesses. So service providers, as in like photographers, virtual assistants, and all of that, but also service-based businesses in coaches and more intangible, not and done for you products and services. So that is where we're coming from today. And my passion is making this simple for people, because marketing does not have to be this heavy, complicated thing that takes so long. Marketing is also not posting on social media. That is like one teeny piece of it, but that is not posting. That is not marketing. We need to step back from that. And when we step back from that, everything else becomes easier when we do the right things in the right order. So I'm going to share my screen now, and we are going to get into this. Let me just, okay. Oh, hang on a minute. It's gone full screen. And I just need to come back here. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. We're going to get there. It's not coming up. Yes, it is. There we go. All right, we can see. All right, perfect. Everyone can see. Amazing. So what we're doing today is 3 steps to master your marketing. We are going to simplify, to amplify, so that you can have more profit and more freedom in your business. Because the other way to do this is to take up all of your time doing this and then be really tied to your computer. We don't want to do that. All right, can I click forward now? Goodness, okay. Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to go back. Okay, there we go. So why are we here? We are here because no matter what your business is, you need to be able to market and sell what you offer. Now, most of us didn't start our businesses because we love marketing and sales, right? We love doing administration, or we're really incredible coaches, or we have this product that we want to sell, right? Or we do accounting, not because we love marketing, but it doesn't matter who you are or where your business is. You need to know how to market and sell what you offer. To have a profitable business, you need to think about your business as a marketing company. Maybe a concept you haven't kind of thought about, maybe annoying, but it doesn't have to be that difficult. So stick with me here. Now, is this session going to be worth your time? If you are thinking about starting a new business, or you have started your business for more time and more money freedom, if you see 47,000 different options of marketing on social media and you don't even know where to start, if you have discovered that this online business gig is a little bit harder than it looks, if you've tried all the things and none are working and you've spotted my spelling error and how you hoped that they would. And if you nodded to any one of those, then yes, this session is going to be worth your time. This is for you. So who am I? I am an Australian mum of 4 little monkeys. There they are. I think that was last year. I'm a homeschooler. I've homeschooled my children for just over a year now. We're soon to be world schooling. We're heading off on our first adventure in February, which is really exciting. And I am a wife to my love for over 15 years. And I love having fun. I love exploring. I love art. I love the beach. I love the theatre. And I'm energized by teaching. And so I talk really fast. Thank goodness this is recorded. You can go back. So yes, I speak fast. You can hit pause and rewind. Okay, my business journey. This is a little bit more of a professional shot than the last one. So I built 2 6-figure agencies in the last 6 years, and a marketing mentor program where I help women to DIY their own businesses, and men, but primarily my audience is women. I have a team of core 9 staff. I'm a podcast host. I am really honored to be featured in different media all around the globe, both in print and on different podcasts and news outlets. And I built all of that. And then a few years ago, I burnt out. And so then I restructured my business using my 7-system framework, which you can get for free from my website. So I'll link to that later. I founded a software company so that to make all of this easier, which I'm not going to talk about today, we'll talk about that tomorrow, I think, actually. And I am a business strategist and coach to powerhouse women building freedom-focused, impact-driven businesses. So all of this to say, I built 3 businesses really quickly. It got a lot. I shrunk it down. I used a framework to simplify it to make it more freedom-filled so that I could homeschool and so we can travel. And now that is what I do, and that is what sustains our family. And so that is where I'm coming from. That is my perspective. I've done lots of different things. I do know what I'm talking about. So if any of that resonates, then hang out with me and I'll talk to you about how I did it. All right, now's the time. Grab your notebooks. We're going to go fast. Let's get into it. No, we don't need that slide. Okay. Step 1, we have to craft an irresistible offer. This is the step that people skip. They do what they want to do. They're thinking, okay, I'm going to do administration. So I'm just going to offer admin, and I'm going to offer an hourly rate of admin. That is not an irresistible offer. All right. Or I'm a personal trainer and I'm going to train people and I'm going to offer, a session a week. Again, not an irresistible offer. This part, not doing this part well, is why so many businesses suffer. So many businesses don't get off the ground. People struggle to sell things. It's this. If you create an irresistible offer, you will be able to market and sell your business really well. It will happen. Okay, now the irresistible offer starts with you. You get to have it all. You get to have it all. Now, what do I mean? I mean that you can pursue everything you want to pursue when you want to pursue it. There is no right and wrong in terms of success. There is no guidelines to success. There is no definition of success except for what you want. For me, success is pursuing my ambition, exploring and being a great mother and experiencing that in the day-to-day with homeschooling, looking after my well-being, even when things are crazy. I still go to the gym. I still have my bath at nighttime. I still look after myself. That's a really important thing for me. And impact. I want to help as many women as I possibly can to have the life that they want, to realize that they can do it, that we're not taught that in school, but we can have whatever we want. You can create something that's different to what you experienced as a child. You can have that dream life that you want. There is nothing stopping you except for your belief in being able to do that and incrementally have it. Can you have it tomorrow? Maybe not, but that's not kind of the point. The journey there is actually so much of the beauty, but you get to have what you want. You can have it. You can claim it. You can work towards it. you can have what you want to have. If you have this burning desire in you for something, you can bring that to life. I believe that wholeheartedly. And yes, we're all sitting on different, like we all start at a different point. I realize that I'm coming at this from a really incredible point of privilege. And I didn't grow up hearing this message. I grew up in a single parent household with 4 children, with, not a lot of money, with a bit like quite chaotic. It's not like I'm coming from this place of privilege. That everyone is starting with their own story. Yes. Everyone is starting from a different point. Yes. I realize that. But if you are listening to this today, you have the power and potential to begin changing your story and going after what it is you want. So it starts there. So I went over this a little bit in the welcome, but maybe you haven't heard it, or maybe you haven't had the time to go there. So I want you to be specific. I want you to, now that you know, and you have that permission slip to go after what you want, not that you needed it, be specific. What do you want your day to look like? What do you actually want your day to look like? Because we can begin making that happen. So we really need to know what we want that to look like, because from there we create our offer. I know I was talking about offers, but if you create an offer that you hate delivering, or that takes up all of your time, and you want to be with your children to homeschool them, or do you want to go and travel, or whatever the case, you need to something that aligns with the life that you want to live. So once you've designed your life, once you know when you want to work, how much you want to work, we need to move on to the offer and creating the offer. And some people don't know where to start. I've got questions in the chat and over the course of the summit saying, I don't know even know where to start. This is where we start. What do your friends come to you for? What doesn't feel like work? And I want you to journal on some of these. If one of these is standing out to you, or all of them, write these down, screenshot it, do whatever you need to do. What makes you happy? Like, when do you feel the most joyful? What makes you angry? Like, what makes you mad? Like, going like, oh, like this thing, or the way that they do this is really, the way that they structure this at my child's daycare is really frustrating, and they should be able to do it like this. Or like, this system is really, there's going to be things that make you angry, or that you want to change. What's something, and this is really important, what's something you can talk about all day? What are you not going to get bored of talking about? For me, it's online business. It's taking control of your life. It's creating something that you love to do, and taking the reins and using that to make money and improve people's lives. And that, for me, is like, I can talk about it all day. What conversation can you have 1,000 times? This is the conversation I can have 1,000 times, the one that I'm having with you right now. That's why it's so core to what I do, because we get to design our business and our lives. That is the conversation I can have 100,000 times. What is the conversation for you? Is it around children? Is it around, your career? Is it around the food that you eat? Is it about looking after your body? Like, it's going to be different for all of us. And that's what's so amazing. Follow those threads. Follow those things. Now that you know, once you've journaled on that, you're going to have an idea about the area that we're talking about here. Your offer needs to solve the whole problem, or a really big chunk of the problem. It might only be a component. For example, in the world of business, maybe you help people start a business, right? I help people grow businesses. And so that is, when you solve a problem, for me, it's on how do we grow a business and keep our freedom and profit. That's the piece that I do. So if you're solving a whole problem, doesn't mean from start to finish on someone's journey forever, but one whole section of that. We don't want a Band-Aid solution. Your irresistible offer cannot be a Band-Aid solution. And ideally, you want it to be really high value for them and low cost for you. And when I mean cost, I mean, yes, monetarily, because they're going to be paying you, But if it's going to take up all of your time, then that's not low cost. If it's going to, like, if you are going to have to go in there and, if it takes time, your time and money and effort and energy, that's high cost. Not that it's going to take none of that, but you want it to take lower cost. An example would be, say you were a stylist, a professional stylist, and you help people with their outfits. If you're thinking about solving the whole problem, then the biggest way that you could do that is go and fly to their house, go into their wardrobe and literally sit there with them and pull out every single piece of clothing and make sure that it fits them and talk to them. And that's going to take you like a whole day, and it's going to cost you a lot of time. And you don't want to do that for 1,000 people, because that would take you years, literally. And it would take you away from your family. You wouldn't be able to travel. You wouldn't be able to do homeschooling. So that, although it's going to be solving the whole problem for them, is not high value for them and low cost for you. However, if you created a step-by-step program and recorded it and that they could play it and do it themselves, amazing. You do it once. Therefore, selling it lots of times is low cost for you because you've done it once and you can sell it again and again, and it's still really high value for each person that buys it. That's just one example of how we can solve a really big problem and make it high value for them and low cost for you. There are lots of examples of this. So another example here is solving the whole problem is not just being a one-off session, but doing a holistic plan and support. And that statement, not just a one-off session, but a holistic plan and support, actually applies for lots of different industries. So if you head on back to the welcome session, you'll see that I gave the example when I was a personal trainer. So I was running one-off sessions and people wouldn't show up, people wouldn't get the best results. When I realized I needed to swap to holistic planning and support, then everyone was happy. I got the money that I wanted to get. The client was happy because they got what they actually needed. And then they referred, and so I got more clients from that. You can do that if you're an accountant, you can do that if you're an admin, you can do that if you're a coach, you can do that for so many different industries. So if that is you, start there. And remember that people will pay for value. If you solve the problem, people will pay for that. So let's not put our money talk, our money stories about scarcity or, oh, that's too expensive. Let's not put that on other people, because I had to really shake that off. I came from, like I said, not a wealthy family, things were a struggle. And so I had a lot of money stuff about like, people can't afford it. That is not the case for everyone. It's actually not. When you begin to step out of that, you realize that actually that isn't the case for most people. A lot of people will happily exchange money for the things that they want. And so if you are solving a real problem and it is not a Band-Aid solution, people will pay for the value of that. And when you're thinking about what you're going to offer, remember that what you have is actually, it's valuable. It's really valuable. And so don't underestimate that. If I tell you that I'm going to come and solve your back pain that you've had for 10 years, and I'm going to do all of these things, and this thing that I have is totally amazing, and it's going to do it, and it's $10. Are you going to believe me? Maybe not. Because we associate as well the value of something with the cost. And so really making sure that it's aligned. We talked about our dream lives at the start, right? We talked about creating, what does our dream life look like? What does our day-to-day look like? If we only want to work 3 days a week, then we need to know what that translates to in terms of clients. So if you're a photographer and you want to earn $100,000 a year, then we really need to double that, because we've got lots of expenses and tax and all of that. And if you want to take home $100,000 a year, then you need to make 2 approximately. That's going to be different, but let's just, let's say that. And then say that, okay, we only want to work every second weekend. So say we only want to work every weekend. Then you know that there's 52 weekends in the year. How much do you have to charge per client to make what you want to make? And based on that, how can you solve the whole problem for them and match those numbers up? How can you create a package that's worth what you want to earn? Because that is how we start to create this offer that serves both us and our clients, because that is the beauty of business, is it gets to be win-win. All right. So when you're thinking about this, what do your people really, really, really want? Not what do you want to give them? What do they really want? And if you're embedded in the world of the people that you serve, then you're probably going to know that. Like if you're working with homeschool parents, what do they really want? Like, what is it that they're like, oh, I just want blah, blah, blah. I just want an easy way to teach my child maths. I just want like whatever it is. So what do your people really, really want? My people just really, really don't want to worry about marketing. Like they just want their marketing to work so they can do what they actually do. That's what my people really, really want. So what do your people really, really want? Because then if we offer that, that's a great business. So that is creating our offer. So hopefully all of those jigsaw pieces you can put together. And if not, chat to me in the messages. I'm more than happy to speak. Actually, I might just hop back on over here and see if we have any questions or comments. Any questions or comments, pop them in the chat. All right, great. I'm going to head on back to my other tab. Okay. So now step 2 is we need to understand our buyer journey. Oh, my phone is... Okay, great. The buyer journey starts with awareness. People need to be aware of you. Once they're aware of you, they need to consider your actions. They move to consideration, not consider your actions. They need to, sorry, I was reading. First, they need to be aware of you. Once they're aware of you, then they can consider what it is that you have to offer, consider working with you. And this is getting smaller. So if you've heard of a funnel, this is it. A big portion might be aware of you. Like I'm aware of Specsavers, right? But I don't need glasses yet. And so I'm not considering them. I'm not that next group in. Remember funnel, okay? So awareness, consideration is the people considering working with you. And a smaller percentage still are actually going to take action. So that's our funnel. This is the buyer journey. Awareness, consideration, action. And you can all probably identify different times when you are at different stages for different businesses or different products or services. So for example, my Specsavers, I'm aware of them. I'm not considering them. A little while ago, I was thinking about buying this beautiful necklace and I went to the jewelry store and I went there and I was considering it. I tried it on. And in the end, I decided, actually, I'd rather spend my money on something else. So I considered it. I didn't take action. And for all of you here today, you heard about the summit, you thought about joining, and you decided, and you're here, and now you're listening to this. You took action. So that is the buyer journey. Now, how do we mix this with marketing? This is how. Awareness is visibility. So visibility is getting in front of more people. That's what it is. That's the action, the marketing action we need to take for people to be aware of us. Our content moves people through consideration. This could be so many different things, but I'm going to talk about it in a minute. And our sales is what makes people take action. So awareness is visibility. Visibility is the thing that we do to get awareness. Content is the thing that we do to get people to consider us. And sales is the thing that we do to make people take action. This is the buyer journey, and this is the same. It doesn't matter what you're selling. It doesn't matter what your business is. This is the 3 steps. Now, here's some examples of how we actually do that. So we could do media. Like if you caught the session with Jemima Ashley, then that was all about visibility. How do we get in newspapers? How do we get on podcasts? How do we get on TV? What are those things? That is visibility. We need media, or we can pay for ads. A lot of you here are here because you saw an ad. So, or you're here from a referral, or you're here from one of the affiliates or something like that. But the most powerful way to get in front of new people is media, ads, and also I'm going to add collaboration in there, because that's why a lot of you are here, from one of those things. You found out about the summit. I was visible. This summit was visible from those things. That is the first step. That just makes you aware. The content is what moves people down the buyer journey to consider actually working with you. And so once you have found out about someone, you found out about a business, you found out about whatever it is, maybe then you're going to consume their content. Now, you as a business owner, the content that you do does not have to be 14 reels a day. Like, it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't even have to be 1 reel a day. Your content is going to be whatever aligns with you and your audience. What do you feel comfortable with, right? I'm on video right now. I'm talking. I love it. I feel confident. I didn't always, but I know that this is how my people consume content. And so this is what I do. So video might be one. Maybe you write. I used to love to write. Now everything's a little bit, I prefer video now because it's less time consuming. But maybe for you, it's not. Maybe blogging is the way that you talk to people about your ideas. Maybe it is social media. Great. If you want to be on social media, fantastic. You do not have to be. And email. These are 4 examples of content. This is how you show people what you're about. And I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. And then sales. Lots of people get stuck in content and they think that that's marketing. They don't do visibility and they don't do sales. Therefore, they have no money in their business. Therefore, they don't actually have a business. So if that's you, don't feel like judgment and shame about that. Let's not sit there. If you realize, oh, hey, I'm not actually doing that, that's fine. These are the unsexy parts of marketing and business, but we need to sell, and that's uncomfortable because we can get rejected. That's okay. You don't need everyone on the planet to buy your thing. You probably wouldn't be able to handle it if they did. So we do need to do some form of sales though. This is probably going to be in some sort of launch event, like a masterclass like this one, or like a 5-day challenge or something like that, or a consultation. I do both in my business. Consultation is 1-to-1. A launch event or some sort of thing like this is 1-to-many. You get to choose. So, visibility. If you want more people, more eyes on your business, you have to either spend time or money. You choose. Ads is money, spending time is more the media, collaboration side of things. No right or wrong, you get to choose. At the start in your business, you'll probably have less money and more time. As you move on, you're going to have less time and more money. And so you get to pick which one it is. I like to use both. You choose. Remember that visibility is not content. Visibility is that high level getting in front of more eyeballs. You want to get in front of new people. Otherwise, your content is just going to the same 300 people on your Instagram, and lots of those are your friends and family. They're not going to be your buyers. You need to get new people watching and listening. Content. What do people need to know and think and believe about you in order to take action? What is it? So these are some examples. People need to know that you're an expert. They need to know that you work with women like me. You need that you get results for people like me, that you have a new twist on the original way of doing your thing, that you have a warm personality, that you've refined your method over time, that others trust you, that I like you, or that you have overcome the things that I'm struggling with. So your content is going to show them these things, not just tell them going, I work with women like you. No, physically show them. Oh, look, here I am with this client and we're doing this thing. You're showing them testimonials. You can show them you're an expert by going, look, this was a problem I found. This is how we fixed it. You can show it by educating your client about, or the audience about whatever it is that you educate people about. That is your content. What do people need to know and think and believe about you to take action? This is the bridge between finding out about you and taking action. This is your content. And if you do this well, they'll come to you already sold. That's the trick, right? To do this well. But you can't just do this piece. You need new people coming in and you need to then sell to them, because if you just stay in the content, then you won't get the sales. People don't know how to work with you. So like I said, sales can be 1-to-1 or 1-to-many. 1-to-1 is like a consultation. 1-to-many is like a sales event or a masterclass. Remember, this is not about you. People can get stuck in that, oh, they're going to feel salesy. They're going to, not want what I have. You remember, your offer is irresistible. You have what they really, really want. If you've created your offer well, you have what they really, really want. So do not be selfish and keep it for them. You're holding on to the brownies, right? You need to offer the brownies. That's all you're doing. Do you want this? And if you've done your job well with the offer, people will be going, yeah, I want that. Yeah, I want that. I want that. So don't be selfish. Offer the brownies. We're not calling people 17 times a day trying to sell to them. That's not the energy we're in here. We've created something of value that is going to improve someone's life or business. And we're going to move them from here to here in what we're doing. We're going to make them, fitter and stronger. We're going to make them more confident. We're going to make them whatever it is. We're going to help their business grow. We're going to give them time back by doing their admin. We have something they want. So don't be selfish and offer the brownies. All right, step number 3. I want you to create a 12-week plan, because the other thing that I see that people do not do well is stick it out. Like, we plant the seeds and then we go back the next day and we expect there to be vegetables. And that's not how it works. We have to do the same thing again and again and again and again. Like, think about, well, who was it that said it? Maybe it was like Usain Bolt or something. Said he trained for 4 years for like 4 minutes or something, or 10 seconds. I can't remember the times. But if you think about that, someone trains for the Olympics for their one race, they train for 4 years. And somehow in business, we think like, oh, I did this thing for 2 weeks. So I've been posting and I'm not where I want to be. I'm not getting clients. Yeah, you're not getting clients because it's by a journey. It's not just like, instant transportation. It's not a teleportation machine. And it takes time for things to grow. We plant the seeds, we cultivate the soil probably first. We plant the seeds. Can you tell I'm not a great gardener? We water the seeds. We have to keep watering. So what I want you to do is set 1 to 3 goals over 12 weeks. So, well, maybe 13 weeks, because that's 3 months. 1 to 3 goals maximum. And then figure out the action steps that you're going to take towards them. So, for example, if you're going to have your website up in 12 weeks, and maybe you make that your goal. Maybe that's your one goal. And then you go, okay, to get my website up, I need to go and get some images taken, even if it's just, your partner taking it of you in the backyard, totally fine. You need to write some website copy. You need to write the wording. Great. You need to figure out what service you're using. So you're going to have these steps, the action steps you need to get your website up. And then I want you to put weeks beside them. So go, okay, step 1 is I need to do research on what platform I'm going to use. That's going to be week 1. Week 2, I'm going to actually figure out what design I want. I'm going to go on Pinterest and I'm going to figure out how I want my website to look. Okay, step 3, I'm going to figure out, we figure out the action steps. Consistency is rewarded. So even if you've already got your website up and your goal is to have a coaching program up in 12 weeks, amazing. What do you need to have 10 people in your coaching program, whatever your number is, in 12 weeks' time? You need to move people through the buyer journey. What does that look like? Okay, I need to create a content plan. I need to be posting on my social media every 2 days. I need to be, whatever those things are. But let's be realistic and let's go, okay, this is my 12 weeks. This is week 1. This is week 2. This is week 3. And yes, life is going to be life. You are going to get balls thrown at you. You're going to have sick kids. You're going to have, people come and stay. You're going to have bad weather. You're going to have the internet get cut off, like all the things. That's okay if things move out. But without a plan, you're not even going to be walking towards them properly at all. You're going to feel really scattered. You're going to maybe get like to step 1 or 2. Whereas if you know week by week what you should be doing, if you have a dodgy week, fine, we move it out a week. Like, it's okay. We're not robots. Our children certainly are not robots. That's okay. We get to move things out. But without the plan, we can't even move. Without the map, we can't even start. We can't even start moving towards where we're going. So think in 12-week blocks, have a plan for that, and do it for the whole 12 weeks. So if you have a marketing campaign that you're doing, do it for the whole 12 weeks. Don't give up after 2 weeks because no one's liking your posts. We don't care. We don't care if no one likes our posts. It's not about that. We don't want likes. We want sales. And what do we have to do? We have to keep on talking to people. We have to keep putting our message out there. There are lots of people, lots of incredible buyers who appreciate value, who don't say boo on social media posts. I have people book consultations with me for one-on-one marketing support who I've never seen their name anywhere, but they're like, I've been following you. That's fine. Great. Don't judge your success based off your likes. Your success is going to be based on your sales. And sales take time. We need to water and nurture that garden before we can harvest it. So do that for a period of at least 12 weeks. You will start to see results in 12 weeks. Okay, let me see. So if you're feeling a little bit like this, I get it. I totally get it. But we don't need marketing to be really convoluted. We don't need to spend heaps of money on marketing or heaps of time. We don't even need to outsource marketing if you don't want to. There is a simple way that works, right? The simple way that works is one way of getting in front of people, one way of content. Like, we don't do all of the content ways, we just do one, and one way of selling. And we master that, master one piece at a time. Because we are not taught, and we certainly don't see on social media, that it can actually be really simple, right? Yes, we want eventually multiple streams of income, so all of our eggs aren't in one basket, but that's not where we start, right? People are going, oh, you need this, you need. No. One way of getting in front of people. My way is either I do collaborations. I mean, I've been in business 6 years, right? But I do collaborations or podcasts. That's what I do. Content, I'm on Instagram. That's it. I've got a podcast, but I'm on Instagram. How do I sell? I run workshops. And I consult to people. So for me now, I've got 2 ways of each, but it doesn't have to be complicated. This is 6 years in. If you're just getting started, one way of getting in front of new people, one way of communicating and nurturing those people, and one way of selling to those people. That is it. The answer is doing less, not more. We don't need more, right? We definitely don't need more on our plates. We do not need more. You can streamline this whole thing. You can, and it will still be successful. It will be probably more successful when you streamline it. Simplicity plus the systems. So that 12-week plan, right? Simplicity with your buyer journey. You've got a great offer, a really streamlined buyer journey, and you've got a 12-week plan. That's the system. That is freedom. This is where we get profit and freedom from. Simplicity plus systems. So when you're doing this, you have 2 choices, right? You can try it on your own and do this on your own, or you can get support. So I'm going to tell you about how you can get support from me and my team now. So if that's not something that you want to hear about, amazing. Thank you for being here. Honestly, you don't need to work just with someone on this. You can do this by yourself. You can. But don't make it too hard, right? Don't make it too difficult for yourself. You don't need to add in a million things. Honestly, one really great offer, a streamlined buyer journey, one way of getting in front of people, one way of nurturing them, one way to sell, and a 12-week plan to make sure that you're consistent and on track and you know what your goals are. That will get you to where you want to go. If you have tried this before, if you're feeling like, yeah, but I don't know exactly what to do, I don't know what the best thing is, then get support, either from me or someone else. So if you'd like to hang out and hear about how I can support you, then hang out. If not, I appreciate that. And thank you so much for being here. I hope you can use this. Please use this, because this works. This is how we get rid of the overwhelm in business, right? Streamlined and systems. Okay. So I'm going to tell you about the Marketing Mentor Program. If you are still here, amazing. Thank you for being here. The Marketing Mentor Program is a program that I ran in 2020 and 2021 until I had 4 children and my husband was building our house. So I had the newborn, I had the kids in and out of lockdown. They were at school at that time. My husband was building my house, so he was our house. So he was not around pretty much at all. And it was a lot. And so I shrunk the business quite a lot. And I got rid of the Marketing Mentor Program. But now that my little baby is nearly 3, it's time to bring this back because I've missed it a lot. And so what this is this gives service-based business owners direct access to myself and my marketing agency team twice a week, so that you get to DIY your own marketing, but you have a marketing agency like literally in your pocket that you can contact twice a week about whatever it is that you need help with in your business. So this is a monthly membership. So you can come and go. You can come when you've got a campaign. You can leave again. You can, there's no lock-in anything. And what happens is on the call, you come on the call, you've let us know that you would like a hot seat on the call. And on the call, you screen share, and maybe you're screen sharing the back end of your website because you're having a tech issue. Maybe you screen share your ads because you want to set up ads and you're not entirely sure that you've done it correctly. You want to rejig your offer and you want the marketing agency there. You've got social media posts that you want people to help you write. It doesn't matter what you need. I have an entire marketing agency team that are there to support you so that you don't have to pay thousands of dollars to outsource. To work with our team and actually have it done for you is $1,500 per month minimum. But in the program, you get access to them and we do it with you. And that is the Marketing Mentor program. So if you are not feeling confident in your marketing, if you want to start offering Facebook ads to another client and you want help with that, then we can help you with that. Anything you can think of, because our agency is full service. So we do websites, we do Google ads, we do Facebook ads, we do search engine optimization, we do social media, we do the whole thing start to finish. And so we have the people there that are experts in their field doing it already every day. And you get to call on them and they get to put their hands literally into your business twice a week. So that is the Marketing Mentor program. When we are starting this up again on the first week of December is when we start up. I'm really, really excited about it, as you can probably tell, because I've missed having my hands in businesses like this, because for a lot of it, my team do a lot of the actual support inside the agency. And a lot of you are not going to be at the place where you can outsource. And I don't want you to donate to Facebook and Google. I don't want you to waste your time. Like what I spoke about at the start about designing your business and designing your life, I truly believe that. That is why I do what I do, because having my business and being able to have my husband home with me, with the children, to be able to homeschool, to be able to travel, just changed our life so dramatically that I want that for everyone who wants that. And a lot of my friends, that's why we started the Marketing Mentor program, is a lot of friends were asking how they could do what I had done. But they wanted businesses that were earning, $1,000 a week or something like that. They were never going to spend more than half their income on a marketing agency. They had to learn how to do it themselves. And this was the solution to that. So we talked about offering the ultimate solution. This is it. This is how you get professional marketing agency support in your business without having to outsource. You keep control and you don't have to pay what marketing agencies charge, but you still get the support. So this is a really nice balance between being all on your own, just watching random YouTube videos, and actually being able to have marketing agency support, keep the handles on it, have access in and out whenever you need it. So we also are going to offer for members of the summit the bonus Business by Design mini course. So we go through really a lot more specifically everything that I talked about today: designing your life, crafting your audience, crafting your offer, figuring out how you're going to introduce yourself, what is your strategy, and diving into that, and your calendar. So time mapping out that strategy. So there's a whole course on this with all of these templates you can see here and my lovely voice guiding you through on the audio. So you will get that as a bonus if you sign up to the Marketing Mentor program. And bonus number 2 is you get our step-by-step complete digital marketing course. So this is a screenshot of that. Okay, there's 87 lessons. I didn't realize there's actually probably more now, but it has the fast track in there, which we just talked about. You learn how to build your brand, you learn how to get great leads, you learn how to do your sales, and you learn how to scale more for profit. So that's adding ads and things like that. So this course, this entire digital marketing course, which is like a buffet. So if you need Google ads, you just go to the Google ads section. If you need to know how to really maximize your blogs, then you just go to the blog section. If you want to start a podcast, you just go to that section. And so you'll get this entire complete digital marketing course as well if you sign up for the year. All right. Here are just a heap of screenshots of other people that are talking about what it's like to work with me. I'm not going to read them all out. They're over on the website as well. So this is the link if you'd like to check it out more. annelisewan.com/MMP. This is the link for the Marketing Mentor program. You will see everything there. Now, what I will say is, I'm just going to go back here. On the website, this is $550 a month. Now, that is like a quarter of what you would pay for someone to do it for you, and probably not even all of those things. So probably like a sixth to get everyone to do everything for you. But because we are just launching this again, because you are part of the summit, because you are homeschooling parents or considering it, and I really have an incredible passion to support parents, for this founding member group that start in December, I'm offering this at half price. So this is only going to be during the summit, and you can apply on the page. I'm going to put that back here. But for members of the summit, it will be half price for you if you sign up during this next week. And so if that is of interest to you, then you can just apply now. So there's no payment yet. I'm very protective about the type of businesses we have in this container. Clearly, I only want people in there that I know that we can really help, that we really want to hang out with. That's the beauty of business too, is that you get to make sure it's a really great fit for both of you. And I'm super passionate about doing that. So you can apply. There's no payment down to apply. You apply, I'll reach out. If it's a good fit, we'll have a conversation and we'll talk about what that looks like. But during the summit, it's not $550 a month. It is half price, but only if you apply in the next week and you join us in December. So if you are on the fence, send me a DM. Oh, freeco.tech, that's the wrong link. That's the software product. So if you're on the fence, then let's talk. Send me a DM, send me a message on Facebook or on Instagram, and let's have a conversation, because like I said, I'm really protective of who's going to be in this container, of who I want to make sure that we can really help you. I want to make sure that it's going to be a good fit for both of us, and that the businesses in there are really kind of, have synergy, and it's going to be a really great group. And it might not be for you. It might not be for you right now. And I will be completely honest with you. This is not about how many people can we cram into the Marketing Mentor program. No, this is who are the businesses that are aligned with me and aligned with my team and who want to grow in this streamlined, simplified way and live their life and business by design. And who wants to come on this journey? Who can we really support in a really beautiful way to do that? So the link is annelisewan.com/MMP. That's it. Thank you so much for being with me. And I'll see you tomorrow, later on in the summit, to talk more about the tech. And then I'll go through FreeCO and I'll talk to you about how we can actually make this happen. If you're sitting there going like, I don't know all the bits and pieces, and like that just stresses me out. What do you mean build a website? Like all of that, again, doesn't have to be so complicated. So there's the link to apply. Hopefully I will see some of you on a one-on-one call and we can talk about it. All right. Thank you so much. I will see you soon.